Yo, what's going on, guys? And today I want to talk real quickly about the trade. Devin Carter being sent to Atlanta with a 2033 second round pick. I actually like this. Devin Carter's had a rough spell of injuries to start his career. He's kind of like in the mold of Derek White. Last year, he played 2 more games than his rookie year. It's just been such a hard gauge for this guy who, at this point in his career, we haven't been able to look at someone who, coming out of college, who ended up being a lottery pick. He's a guy who was a defensive dog who was coming off of an offensive breakout year. He's a guy who could score off of ball screens and spot up shooting. Then he ends up really just bad run with the Kings, and I think there's a world where he ends up being able to be a second draft guy for a team like Atlanta. They have CJ McCollum, Dyson Daniels, Nikhil Alexander, Kingston Flemings, now Devin Carter. And Quinn Snyder, someone historically has been great at developing shooters and guards. So for them to basically get a former lottery pick at a discount where they are being essentially paid to take him on, and there's a world where he ends up getting bought out, but I think he'll go into training camp, third year, be a defensive guy, which if all bodes well, he could end up being someone they get on a cheap extension. And as I mentioned, he has like that whole Derek White kind of hectic chaos offensive game where she's going to be guarding your opposing team's best guards and is a good rebounder, can create. There was a lot of potential, and he's the son of Anthony Carter, former NBA player. So when you look at all that, it makes sense to hope and assume that he will be able to turn it around. Again, Quinn Snyder's has always had success developing guard talent. Look at Nikhil Alexander Walker. Look at the entire Dyson Daniels and even the implementation of CJ McCollum since being able to just kind of be a guard whisperer. And to me, I really do think he needed a change of scenery, and Sacramento's been devoid of player development since they made that playoff berth a few years ago, even though there has been a coaching change have happened there. Now, again, I think it's not like he's going to be anything more than a reserve guard, but where making moves on the margins that you basically are able to add a former lottery pick and a second round pick that you're paid to take him on, that's a win. And obviously it's a loss in Sacramento that they just couldn't develop him. And I know there was that nagging shoulder labrum injury that really messed him up, but that's where I want to hear your guys' thoughts. That's it. Like, comment, and subscribe.